coming. Hi guys, welcome to the tour of Abia State University School Hostel Abba Campus. My name is Dara, a 500 level medical student living in the school hostel, as you can see, obviously. But today, based on demand, most people have been asking how does the Abia State, how does the school hostel look like, and all of that. Though Abia State University has Abba Campus and Uturu Campus, the medical students in Uturu Campus are usually 100 level to 300 level, while in Abba campus, medical students from 400 level move to this place up to their final year. Same thing with the med lab students. I think 100 level to 300 level stays in Uturu campus, then 400 level to 500 level stays in Abba. Let me just show you how this school hostel looks like. This is the entrance to the door or to the flat. There are different buildings for the hostel. We have hostel A to hostel D, I mean hostel E, I guess. Each hostel has, or each building has 6 flats, right? So this is my flat, and once you enter the flat, you're going to see to the right, yeah, I mean to the left, you're going to see our kitchen. So let's show you how the kitchen is. The entrance to the kitchen, and you just see different segments occupied by each of the flat members, right? One, see this person's cupboard, this other person's cupboard, and this. So this is how the kitchen is, and you can bring in anything you want, your utensils, but no hot plates, no oven, and all of that. So right from the door to your right, I guess, this door leads to the outside veranda, the outside passage, the balcony, right? So this space, entire space is our parlor. We call it our parlor, where we get to keep our shoes, our soap dish, our drums for storing water, and our buckets, right? So this is like the mini passage that leads to the toilets and the bathroom. Yeah. So I don't know why this tiny tissue is here, but this is how the toilet looks like. This is the bedroom. Nothing so fancy. The shower, there's no shower here, so the shower is not running. So that's why we have bottles to store our water. So back to this tiny passage, right? When you go in, you're just going to see 3 doors leading to 3 rooms. So in each flat has three rooms. So let's say this is like a 3 bedroom flat, right? So welcome to my room. So this is just how every room looks like. Let me show you the corners. This is the full space. I have my bags on the bed because I just came back from my clinical gynecological posting. And so this is the full space of the room, right? Each room just have this full length cupboard, one for my roommate, and this is mine, right? And even have a mini down cupboard that I can use to put extra things. This is my roommate's space, and this is my space over here. Basically, this is how all the rooms are, right? The same size, the same cupboard. So but the good thing I love about this hostel is that, yes, you're getting into an empty room, but you get to design the room how you want it to be according to your taste. If you want to a pink background, a pink painting, a big bed, a small bed, anyhow you and your roommate decide, or how you want it to be, it's optional for you. If you want those aesthetic things, white cupboard, white table, and all of that, you can do everything according to what you want or how you want it to be. For this size of room, the school said or says that you have to be 4 in a room in this size of room. I don't know how they want that to be possible, but we ended up being 2. Right, you can be one if you choose to, you can just be one person if you choose to, but I'm just 2, I and my roommate, right? So whatever runs in this room, any affairs that goes on in this room, I and my roommate are in control. Are in control of that. So that is basically it. 2 persons in a room, 4 persons in a room, 3 persons in a room, 1 person in a room, depending on how you do your stuff. I'm going to share the disadvantage and advantages of being in the school hostel, being in a public school hostel in Aba campus, Abia State University, right? So I'll start with the disadvantages first, then the good news, which is the advantages. So the disadvantage of staying in the school hostel is that you don't really have the privacy that you might be seeking. Yes, you might not really have the privacy that you want, in the sense that maybe when you get visitors or outside persons that are not really your schoolmates, your friends around, come to see you. Mostly everybody in the hostel is going to, or everybody in your flat is going to know that so person came to visit you. And maybe when you just want time alone, I know there are some times that you just want to be alone, nobody around, like you're having mood swings and all of that, and you just don't want anybody to be around. But in the hostel, you are surrounded by people, so you just have to learn how to cope with them or how to live with them, especially your flatmates and your um roommates. So the next disadvantage is you get to share the same toilet with your flatmate. For instance, we are two in this room and the other two rooms, they're also two each. So all of us get to share the same toilets, like six persons sharing the same toilet. So it's up to you girls to know how you keep it clean, maintain their toilet hygiene, because six persons sharing a toilet is a whole lot and you need to maintain the toilet hygiene very, very well, right? So nobody goes around with infections, getting UTI and all of that. So we don't really wash the toilet ourselves. But if you want to wash it yourself, it's up to you. But we don't really wash it ourselves. So we just there's someone that comes around that helps us wash the toilet and we pay the person per week. That's every month the person comes to wash our toilet. But in some flats they volunteer to wash the toilets themselves, maybe per room. The general cleanliness of the flat. Someone comes here to do it for us and we pay the person at the end of the month. Third disadvantage is water does not come up in the hostel. Water does not come up. So you have to go downstairs to fetch water yourselves. And we are at the up flat. So imagine going downstairs, down the stairs, fetch water, carrying the water and up the stairs. Imagine that stress. It's a whole lot. So it's really, really so annoying. Because sometimes people we call Bamiri, people that help us fetch water, come here sometimes and help us fetch the water from downstairs to upstairs, and definitely we have to pay them. We have no other option. We have to pay them. I don't think there's any other disadvantage of staying in the school hostel. There is no other disadvantage, despite the fact that you get to share the kitchen, but is that a disadvantage? Well, some persons like their kitchens to be theirs alone. They just want to be doing their thing in their kitchen, knowing where they place this thing, blah 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 blah, and aesthetic vibes. They just want to be have the kitchen to themselves. But here you get to share the kitchen with, like I showed you earlier, you get to share the kitchen with everyone in the flat. Everybody knows what you're cooking. Everybody knows how you're cooking. If you don't know how to cook, everybody is going to know that you don't know how to cook. So you definitely need to know how to cook. So to the good news, the advantage of staying in the hostel, you're going to meet different people, different characters, and you're going to learn or know how to cope with them and how to manage with them. And I think that is a survival skill. Yeah. I think that's a survival skill because you get to meet different personalities from different families, get to know how they do their stuffs, and everything just mixes, and you get to learn new things, good things. Actually, the advantage of staying in the hostel is very near to the classroom. No spending of transport money. You don't have to give any excuse to yourself that you don't have transport money. That's why you're not going. That's why you're not going to school. No, you don't. You're not going to do that. So the hostel is just like a stone throw away from the classroom. So even if you're late, even if you're running late, you can just run to the classroom and you get there on time. Even when we have night shifts, nights, weekend calls, night calls, and all of that, sometimes we finish this call around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and your hostel is just close by. So you can just come to your hostel and sleep rather than going to your lodge by that time of the night. Though some persons do it, but they go in group, right, to their lodges by that time. To me, another advantage is that you get to stay close with your classmates. Yeah, you know what they are doing, you know what to read. I don't know, but staying around your classmate give you a kind of sense of direction. Yeah, maybe in what you're reading, hope you're in track. Maybe sometimes, like my flatmates now, though we don't belong to any discussion group or any such, anything like that, but during exam or during test or whenever we read, we might just come outside and be gisting, and from there, we enter into a discussion class, an interaction class, and we begin to say what we know about this, what different things we know. And from there, you might not have even read that topic, but from the interactions you're having with people or with your flatmate, you get to know one or two things about that topic. And it's a win-win for you, it's a win-win for everybody. So why not choose staying in the school hostel? And apart from maybe the interaction classes that might come on intermittently during exams, you just find your classmates all over the place with one past question with this material, and from there, even the things that you don't even see during the section, because you're around the persons that are likely to have it, you get exposed to it more than persons that might be in the lodge, right? You get to see it firsthand more than maybe persons that will be in the lodge. And there's just this kind of ginger that comes with being surrounded by your classmates during the exam period, being surrounded by people that are in the same class with you. Unfortunately, every of my flat members and my classmates were all in the same class, so it's quite easier for us to interact during after lectures or during exam period. And another advantage is that you get to have light, electricity that you are not paying for. Like imagine that. When NEPA are increasing the NEPA bill for lodges for people outside, you get to enjoy the electricity of the school without paying for any damn thing. There's lights in the school during the afternoon hours. There will always be lights in the hostels. The price of diesel should come down. And though we're not yet, the hostel is not connected to the NEPA light, that is to the hospital, but hopefully they said they're working on that. So anytime there's NEPA light in Abia or in the hospital, we should likely have lights if it is connected. But now it's not yet connected. We just have lights when the college of medicine, like the school building, have light, we get to have light. So that is basically it. It's a whole lot of advantages of staying in the school hostel, right? And maybe if financial issue is a problem or something, you can always opt for staying in the school hostel than staying outside. Obviously, you're paying for rent and it's going to be high compared to the school hostel. You can tell me if you are in the school hostel in your school too, or if you stay in the lodge, and why you chose a lodge over the hostel, or why you chose the hostel over the lodge. There are many different reasons. So I really hope this was helpful, or this is helpful to every person that has been asking me, let me see your hostel, hi, that's your state university hostel, and all of that. This is our campus, and I made this video mostly for persons who will be coming from Uturu campus here to Aba campus. But the hostel is only for medical students, medicine and surgery students, not for med lab students. Most of med lab students stay off campus. Most persons are also asking me for hostels in the Uturu campus. I don't have a video on that on my channel, right? But my friend, my classmate made the video on her channel. Too Precious, most of you should know her. She made a whole video on Abia State University tour, not just the hostel. So you can also check out her page to see maybe how Abia State University looks like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed and become a member of this family. Drop your comments if you love my face. I know you love my face because I'm pretty. Do let me know in the comment section. Just say something in the comment and help this community grow, right? So my next video, bye, and tell me what else you might want me to film about or talk about or see on this channel. Thank you.